Hello everyone, photographer Andredesignz here with a new retouch video, and today we'll be retouching one of my subscribers' image. So let me pull this image over into Photoshop real quick. Alright, so this is the image that I'm retouching today. Let me quickly pull up the photographer's Instagram page. So this is the photographer's Instagram page, and this is the image, I believe, yeah, this is the image that he edited, and the model's page is this page here. I like her face, yeah. And the makeup artist, I think she sells here as well. Alright, so yeah, and this is my YouTube page. Oh guys, I'm not sure if you've seen my wedding video that I did recently. You can check that out. Alright, so let's get right to the editing. So this image was taken with the Canon EOS 7D, and he used a 75 to 300 millimeter lens. ISO was at 1/25. He was shooting this at 5.6 because I believe once you zoom it in, it's going to go to 5.6, and the shutter speed was 1/160th of a second. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do with this image is to lighten it up a little bit. So I'm going to press auto. Yeah, I think I like what auto is doing. He was actually using a light right here, as you can see. So I think I like what auto is doing. I'm just going to, you know what, I'm not even going to do anything else. I'm just going to open this inside of Photoshop. Alright, so obviously we have to crop this image because we have this right here. So the first thing I'm going to do is crop the image. So I'm going to go over here to my crop tool, and then I am going to click here, move it up a little bit, and then I'm going to move this over to about right there, just like that. Alright, there's one thing though. I don't think I want to get rid of these sides here. If I'm going to crop it, it has to be like this, because I don't want to get rid of the sleeves and stuff like that. So I would crop it like this. Alright, actually no, I have to crop it properly. Right, that should work. So I'm gonna do it like that, and then I have to mask out this section here. I'm just gonna do content aware. So I'm just gonna come over here to the lasso tool. I'm just gonna select this right here. Then I'm going to press shift backspace and then OK. Let me see what content aware is going to do. Okay, content aware did not do a good job. I'm just going to press J for the patch tool. I'm just going to patch this. Alright, I don't think I like that either. So what I'm going to do now is to use clone stamp. I'm just going to sample and just paint. Alright, so I think I like that, and trust me, you would never know that this is what I did. Alright, so that looks good. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is to work on the model's skin. So I'm just going to zoom the image up. This is a really nice image, and then I'm going to duplicate the image, and I'm going to get the patch tool. So I'm going to press J on the keyboard for the patch tool. I'm just going to remove all the pimples from the skin, or any blemishes at all from the skin. Alright, let's come down here, just remove this one. Makeup artist did a great job, you know. Don't think I have much to clean up though. Alright, so that looks good. Alright, What I'm going to do next is to clean the model's eye. You can download the actions here by using the link in the description. There's also a video on the website that will give you directions as to how to install them. So I'm going to go here to clean teeth and eyes, and I'm going to press B on the keyboard for the brush. Ensure my flow is at about put my flow is about 10%, and then alright, so if you look right here, you realize that the patch tool is still selected. There are times that you may be doing something and you may apply something and you realize that it's not working properly. It's because the patch tool is still selected. So I'm going to Shift D or Control D actually, and that should deselect the patch tool selection. So I'm just gonna remove the red from her eyes. Alright, that should be good enough. I don't want it to look too fake at all. Alright, that looks good. Alright, so I'm gonna come down to the model's leg or thigh and see if there's anything else to remove. Okay, so I need to remove those. I'm gonna go back down to the duplicate layer, press J on the keyboard for the patch tool. Alright, that's good. So I'm done with that. So let's see the next step now. The next step is going to be dodge and, well, not dodge and burn. I'm going to do frequency separation first. The face looks clean and everything, but I still want to apply a little frequency separation just to blend just to even out the skin a bit. Alright, so I'm just going to Control Shift Alt E to create a new layer, then Control J to duplicate the layer. Well, actually, I don't need to duplicate the layer. I can just come here to the frequency separation action. My radius is going to be at 6.4. And guys, remember, this frequency separation action works for JPEG and also for RAW, because RAW is what we're using now. I'm going to go down to the low frequency layer. I'm going to go to the mixer brush tool, which is nested under brushes on your side. My shortcut for the mixer brush is M, as you can see here. So for ensure that this is selected, this is not, it will clear the brush. If there's a color here, the brush will not work properly. Ensure that the wet is at 2%. Everything else here remains the same, and do not click sample all layers. Alright, so we're on the low layer right now, and I'm just going to blend the skin out a bit. So I'm going to use the bracket, the left bracket to get the brush smaller, right bracket to get it bigger, and I'm just going to blend right here a little bit. So I'm just taking my time and just brush. We're not going to add too much because we don't want it to look fake or her skin to look too plastic or overdone, over edited. So all I'm doing is I'm just trying to blend out the skin a little bit, flatten the skin, and when you flatten it, it comes together. I think I like that. What you want to do as well is to follow the light or the shadow. If you see here, if there's a shadow right here, you mix in the shaded area, and if you see light here, you mix in the light area as well. So you don't want to go overboard, you just want to just touch it a little bit. So let's look at the before and after for this now. So that's the before and that's the after. So that looks good. Alright, we're gonna go down to the model's neck and do the same thing. So right here, alright, that looks good. Just gonna come down to the model's thigh and do the same thing. So right here, so I'm just going up and down, up and down. I'm gonna come over here and do the same thing. Let's look at the before and after for that as well. Before, after, good. So that is it for the, wait, I think I want to blend here a little bit more. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go from left to right, left to right. I didn't like what I was seeing there, so yeah. Okay, so that's done. I don't think there's anything else for me to do, so I'm going to close that, and then I'm going to do dodge and burn it. So I'm going to start with a dodge. Dodge is working on the light area, so I'm just going to press B on the keyboard for the brush, ensure that my flow is at 1%, and the areas that has light, I'm just going to paint those just to enhance the image. You don't want to add too much though, but yeah. You basically want to follow what the makeup artist did, because normally they add right here is normally highlighted and here is normally dark, just to shape the face. The nose bridge is normally highlighted as well, and the sides are dark or darkened. Alright, good. So I'm just gonna do the neck here. That's done. Let's look at the before and after for what I've done so far. So before and after. So you don't want to add too much, just add just a little. The little is what you know, do the magic. Alright, good. So that's that. Alright, so I'm done with that. So I'm gonna come over here to the dodge, and dodge is basically working on the dark areas. So we're giving it a dimension now. So sometimes you don't necessarily have to add any burn. Did I say dodge? Yeah, I should say burn. Sometimes you don't necessarily have to add any. Alright, so I just add just a little. So I'm going to put this in a group. Hold down on control and click that one, then control G, call this D and B. So let's look at the before and after for the dodge and burn. Before, after. Look at the leg or the thigh. Before, after. Look at the face. Before, after. Good. So the next step now is to color the image. So I'm going to do Control Shift Alt E to create a new layer, Control J to duplicate it. Then I'm going to go to Camera Raw and to do my coloring now. So filter, Camera Raw. I'm going to press Auto again and see what it looks like. Auto looks great actually. And then I am going to play with the colors. So I'm going to come to the HSL option right here. I'm going to play with, if you want to play with her skin tone, you can move the orange and it can change the skin tone color or the skin tone, but I don't need to do that, so I'm going to put this back to 0. So I'm going to play with the green in the background. Just about that. I'm going to play with the yellow. The yellows. Alright, good. Let me see what the reds will do. The reds will adjust the skin color as well, and also her lips. So we don't want to change that. Let's go over to split tone. So split tone in. I'm going to play with the shadows a little bit. Yellow. So once you move the hue, you have to move the saturation as well to see the effect. I think I want to put some blue in it. Let me see. Yeah, or maybe some pink. So this is basically color grading, guys. I think I like this. Actually, no. I'm gonna use maybe this warm color right here. Good. Then I'm gonna play with the highlights as well. Maybe put blue in the highlights. Let me see, saturation just a little bit. Just a little bit. Let's look at the before and after for what I've just done. Why? There's not much actually. There's not much that was done. Yeah, you're not seeing the difference, but something was actually done. I'm gonna come here to the dehaze and just pump it up a little bit more. Like that should work. Good. I'm gonna press OK now. Alright, so I'm just gonna put everything in a, well, before I even put everything inside a layer, I'm gonna add color balance to it. Well, not color balance, color lookup. So this is my color lookup, what do you call this, action, but I'm not gonna use that right now. I'm gonna come down here to the adjustment layer, and then I'm gonna go to color lookup right here, and I'm just gonna play with these color lookups. I think I like this one. Alright, this one, let me just go through them. I think I like this one. Nah, this one is good. So what we could do is to lower the opacity a little bit. Come here and lower the opacity. We could actually go through some more and see if, you know, any of the other ones look good. It all depends on the look that you're going for though. But I would suggest that you stay with one particular look, because you don't want your image to be all over the place. Alright, so you guys get the idea of the color lookup. So I'm just going to delete this one and use my color lookup that I always use. That is it. And then I might just lower the opacity a little bit on this, like that. And then I'm going to add some blue in the shadows, and that is it. I don't think I need to do anything else. So I'm going to put everything in a group and then look at the before and after. So before and after, I'm going to put them side to side. Alright, I'm going to go up here to Windows, arrange vertical up to. For this one, it's going to be before, so I'm going to hide the layer. So that's the before and after right there. Before and after. Good. So if you've learned anything from this video, give me a thumbs up, like, subscribe, and yeah, stay tuned for more images. Actually, you know, we could actually adjust these wrinkles right here. But guess what? And we could even remove some of these garbage in the background. But guess what? I'm not going to do that. You can do that when you're working on your images. But I mean, I like the look. I like everything about the edit and everything. So if you like it, just like the video. Thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for another video. I'll be editing another photographer's photo. And if you want to be a part of this series, send your images to Andredesignz @live. Remember to send the name, the photographer's name, makeup artist, and model's name. Thank you guys for watching, and have a good one. Bye bye.